Hi you guys, welcome to Audrey Yoga. My name is Audrey and today I'm going to be taking you through a beginner yoga flow. So feel free to do this anytime you just want to move around, feel into your body and just take a bit of time to yourself. So we'll go ahead and get started in a child's pose. So bringing the toes together, you can open up your knees and then sit down, hips onto your heels. Start to walk your hands forward. The top of your forehead can come onto your mats and closing your eyes. Just taking a moment here to notice your breath. Calming down, coming into the present moment. Noticing the space around you and the space you take up. Letting the rib cage get wider with every inhale. And closing with every exhale. Good. Lengthening through your tailbone and through your fingertips. Trying to create some space in your back and your spine. We'll take a few more breaths here. On your next inhale, we'll start to lengthen. Lifting up the elbows. And on your exhale, coming into a tabletop, all the way up onto your knees, shoulders stack on top of the wrists, and just start to shake around into your hips and your shoulders, rolling around the head and the neck. You can maybe even close the eyes here, just noticing where you may be storing any tension. Good, and then we'll come into a neutral spine, starting with some cat-cow. So we'll drop the chest, tip the tailbone. This is your cow pose, pulling the heart through, shoulders back behind you. And then as you exhale, round the spine, tuck your chin in towards your chest, puffing up the back, creating space in between your shoulder blades. Inhale, cow pose, dropping the chest, really tilting the tailbone up to the ceiling. And then exhale, press into the mat, cat pose, rounding the spine as much as you can. One more time, we'll cow pose on your inhale, dropping the chest, tip the tailbone. And exhale into your cat. Beautiful, coming into a tabletop. We'll start to stretch into your wrists, turning the fingertips towards each other. And you're going to add as much tension or as much heaviness into the wrists, rocking back and forth, maybe side to side. Then flipping around, palms down, thumbs will be out, fingertips towards your knees. And this one is going to stretch into your forearm, so rocking back and forth. The closer you bring your hips towards your heels, the more stretch, as long as you keep your wrists down onto the mat here. Good. One more breath. And then coming back into your tabletop, hands underneath your shoulders. This time, left hand underneath your nose. We'll inhale, sweep the right arm up, stack the shoulders, open up the chest. Turning the gaze up towards your right fingertips. Start to roll out the right wrist even more here, just a few circles. Then we'll inhale, lengthen, open. Exhale, thread the needle, right shoulder, right ear onto your mats. Keeping the left hand underneath your left shoulder, or up overhead, bicep by the ear. Or even left hand behind your back, grabbing for your inner right thigh. Good, we'll take an inhale here. And as you exhale, left hand pressing back into your mats. Use it to lift back up, right hand towards the ceiling. And then coming down, right hand underneath your nose this time. Inhale, left hand reaches up, stack your shoulders, stack your hips. And then from here, rolling out your left wrist. We'll inhale, lengthen. Exhale, thread the needle, left shoulder, left ear onto the mats. Right hand this time underneath your right shoulder, up overhead, bicep by the ear, or behind your back, grabbing for your inner left thigh. Good, we'll take an inhale here. Exhale, right hand presses into the mat to lift you back up. Left hand towards the ceiling. And then coming back down. Good. From here, we'll plant the hands. Tuck your toes. Lift your hips up and back. Come into your first downward facing dog. So downward facing dog, chest towards your thighs. You want to really lengthen through the back of the legs, pulling the weight out of your hands and then into your hips. So reaching back. Your heels can be lifted off the mat, but really stretching down towards the mat as you get a bit closer. So you can widen the stance of your feet for more supports, or bend your knees, but really pull the weight backwards and then hips up and back, chest towards your thighs. Good. From here, we'll inhale, rising up onto your toes. Exhale, bend your knees, look forward in between your hands. And then step, hop, or walk it up to the top of your mat, coming into a ragdoll. So feet a little bit wider than your hips width, just a tiny bit. Bend the knees, let the head hang heavy, releasing the upper back from the lower back. Maybe interlacing the elbows, interlacing the hands behind the neck. Just letting yourself relax here. Really almost limp in the upper body so you can feel that heaviness. Pull and release from the low spine. On your next inhale here, we'll take a halfway lift, Ardha Utanasana, flattening the back, reach the hips in through the crown of your head. As you exhale, forward fold, chest onto your thighs. Utanasana, pull your chest in closer toward your thighs, maybe ankles to the back of your hands to the back of your ankles. Standing up, Tadasana, start by bending your knees. Rolling your head will come up last. And then arms reaching up overhead. Lift the gaze. Extended Tadasana, and then hands to heart center. Closing the eyes. Good. Inhale. We'll reach the arms back up. This time almost more like a back bend, hips press forward, shoulders are back. Exhale, forward fold. We'll take an inhale, halfway lift, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, plant the hands, step back into your high plank, belly button towards the spine. Inhale, take a shift forward, shoulders are going to come in front of your wrists. Exhale, lower down Chaturanga, bending the elbows, keeping them close to the rib cage. Inhale, really strong, press down, lift up, lifting the thighs off of the mat, pressing down through the tops of your feet. And then exhale, hips up and back, downward facing dog. Beautiful. You can always widen the stance of your legs. We'll inhale, right-legged, three-legged dog. Exhale, bend your right knee, open up the hip, letting that left shoulder twist underneath the right as well. Drawing some circles around with the right knee, opening up into the outer glutes, the hip, the psoas. Just exploring here. Good. Inhale, three-legged dog, squaring the hips. Exhale, right knee towards your nose. Place the right foot in between the hands. We'll inhale up into your warrior one. Placing the left heel down, arms sweep up overhead, biceps around the ears. We'll now ground down to the right heel. Think about squeezing your heels together while staying low, right knee right on top of your right ankle. And your left heel is going to turn out so your toes are more in towards the center of your mat than your heel is. Good. Shoulders relax, lengthen through the fingertips. Inhale. As you exhale, warrior two, opening up wide to the long edge of your mat. Shoulders down, lengthen through the fingertips. Inhale, soft reach forward. Exhale, reverse your triangle, straightening into the right leg, pulling away from your right hip. Left hand can go behind your back or down your left thigh. Beautiful, you guys. Take a strong inhale here. Exhale, coming into your twisted lunge. Left hand next to your right foot. Right hand will reach up overhead. Back heel will stack on top of your toes. Rotating, opening up the chest while lifting the quad off of your left knee. Staying up on the back of your toes. Good. Exhale, place your right hand down. Step back. High plank. We'll take an inhale. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. So good. We'll inhale, three-legged dog, left leg lifts up. Exhale, bend the left knee, open up the hip. Same thing, start to draw some circles with your left knee, out and around. Using this to really just explore where the tension may still be in your hip flexors, your glutes. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, left knee towards your nose. Place your foot in between the hands. Inhale, rise up to warrior one. Belly button towards your spine here. So your left hip is your front hip. You really want to bring your hips straight in one line. So goal, bringing that left hip back in line with your right. Squeeze the glutes, tuck the tailbone as much as you can, and your left knee is right on top of your ankle. Back heel again is pivoted out, toe in. As you exhale, open up into warrior two. Fingertips lengthen, arms out to a strong T. Pressing the tailbone underneath, inhale, slight reach forward. Exhale, reverse your triangle, straightening the front leg, reaching up and over towards the back of your room. Right hand can go behind the back or maybe down the right thigh. Really pull, find the lift out of the left side body. So good. We'll inhale, lengthen. And exhale, coming into your Dragonfly or twisted lunge. Right hand plants next to the left foot. On the ball of your back foot, reach the left hand up, stack the shoulders, stack, and find the twist in your obliques and your hips. Inhaling here. Exhale, left hand comes down. Step your left foot back to meet your right. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. So good. Beautiful chest towards the thighs before coming down onto your knees. We'll swing around. The legs will reach out in front of you. Baddha Konasana, heels together, toes can be together as well. Sitting on your tailbone, maybe you take your glutes a little bit further back. The closer you keep your heels in towards your tailbone, more stretch sensation. The further out, a little bit more passive. You can grab the outside edges of your feet. Lengthen like you're going into that cow pose, pulling the heart through. Keep the length of the spine. Now start to bend the elbows, pulling the chest towards your thighs. I like to use the elbows to push into the knees to get a little bit wider stretch in my hip flexors. Good, and then keeping as much length as you can, but if you need to or want to, find that round in the spine. Good, we'll inhale, come back up. Exhale, take the feet about hips width and let the knees come in and out. Finding this windshield wiping motion. Keeping the shape of the leg. Good. Then rolling down onto your backs. Hug your knees into your chest, grabbing opposite wrist or opposite elbows. Start to rock side to side, massaging the spine. Noticing any tension here and just maybe letting it go as much as you can. We'll plant the left foot, take the right heel to the outside or the top of the left knee, press into the right hand gently to open up into the hip, and if you want a bit more, grab for the back of the left thigh, pull closer towards your chest. Keep flexing both feet. Good, inhale. And exhale, gently release. Switching sides, right foot down, left leg up, flex the toes to the top of the right knee, open up into the left outer hip, either using your hands or pull the thigh in close, press with your elbow to open up into the left knee. Good. Gently release. Nice. From here, we're going to pull your knees back into your chest, taking happy baby, grabbing the outside edges of your feet from the insides of your thighs. You can stay here, rock side to side. Maybe you extend one leg out, the other, or both legs together. Few breaths. And we'll take a hamstring stretch. Bring the ankles together, pull the thighs towards your face. Maybe even the hips lift up if you want to go all the way into that plow pose. Feel free to. And when you're ready, taking your right foot towards your right corner of the mats, left foot towards the left corner. Palms can face up to receive right next to your hips. And this is your moment, taking rest. I'll leave you here in your Savasana. Thank you for practicing with me today. Have a nice, beautiful rest of your day, yogis. Take rest.